Shooty bop, shooty bop, shooty bop, boo boo. Shooty bop, shooty bop, shooty bop, boo boo. What? Oh! It takes more than love to build it up, to build. Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss The 5 Heartbeats. Now, this movie is from 1991 and it stars Leon and Robert Townsend. Now, before I get into all things, these boys are pretty because they've been to Benny and they're number 111. I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things Cookie. Y'all see I got my Cookie stripes on. I wore my Cookie stripes just for this video. Cookie was hot. Cookie was hot. Raindrops were about to fall.
Go back.
You guys have hopefully subscribed to see more of me. Let's get into this movie. But before we jump into the video, I have to give a shout out to the person who paid for and requested this movie. So if you happen to get your whole Bird in the Midnight Falcon's ass life, it's not because of me, it's because of this person right here. Thank you so much for requesting this movie and supporting my channel. I got nothing but love for you. Now, getting into this movie was directed and written by Robert Townsend with the help of Keenen Ivory Wayans. And as if I haven't doted over him enough in my Blank Man / Meteor Man video, I will leave the link for that below. Robert Townsend was very much so for the culture. He made movies intentionally with Black people in mind. This wasn't about conforming or reaching the masses. This was for us. His movies to me always had a magical, whimsical like feel to them, even though they were very much so grounded. We were always going to get comedy and maybe even some sort of other genre mixed in, and we were always going to get representation. And that goes for movies like Holiday Heart, movies like Baps, movies like Hollywood Shuffle, and definitely movies like Meteor Man. Now, we start off here with what we love most about this movie: the music. Immediately, right away, we get into Baby Dolls. I love joy, oh boy. We even have, Flash and the Ebony Sparks come on, and are you ready for me? Are you ready for me? Like I'm ready for you, like I'm ready for you. Come on, let me show you, girl. It always cracked me up how the dark-skinned brother on the end, he was a little bit more ready than everybody else. But I realized, going back to watch this now, that the music is, far more superior than the story. Not that the story here is just so bad, but I remember back in the day, and even still now, everybody would compare this movie to The Temptations and go, what's your favorite? Who's the best? Both of them are completely different stories, but as far as the superior movie, it's definitely going to have to be The Temptations. I remember anticipating not only the songs, but, the entire movie, the cast, the plot twist as a whole. Here, I found myself mostly anticipating the songs because we love them so much. Not that the story was pushed to the side by any means, because the writing is here. The writing is here so much that even though the movie wasn't that successful and the critics really hated this movie, it still manages to do really great things, like introduce every single character and what they're about in 5 minutes without any dialogue. Duck is the writer, the composer. He's always creating and he really loves music. Choir boy is literally a choir boy. He's from the church. He's very sheltered, but he can sing. Dresser is the bass, but he's the strong yet silent type. And then we have Eddie. Eddie is very much so the wild card of the group. He's really unpredictable. He has a great voice, but we never really know what he might be into. You know, shit like the opening card game. Oh, damn, my leg. Oh, shit, my other leg. And then, honey, we have JT. Never to be upstage, the womanizer of the group. You say you love me, but you never call. And girl, he never called and you still stuck your ass around for the whole movie. Now, when I say that the writing isn't the most sophisticated portion of the film, it is not at all a dig at the film. It's just the fact that we have small shortcomings. Like our other 6th member of the group, Bobby, who just fucking disappears. My leg, my other leg. We never explain what happened with him. We just have Eddie slide in. We just have him slide in and he's, you know, the lead by default. Ain't got no money. Doom, doom, doom. Ain't got no caviar. Doom, doom, doom. Don't live the life of a millionaire. Doom, doom, doom. Or a movie star. Hey, there's nothing in this world that I possess to equal your love and your tenderness. Hey, hey, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Hey, I got nothing. We didn't give a damn what was going on. Go to church. Go to church. I got nothing but love. We didn't care. From that first slide in, Duck fucking it up on the piano. We are rooting for them. We are invested in these underdogs. The music just pulls you in every single time, no matter how many times you have seen this film. This is a feel-good movie, and it just gives you endorphins when you watch it. You just be smiling. You like, ugh, God damn it, the 5 heartbeats. Or should I say the Dales, the man who originally sang the songs in the film, one of the many old school groups that this movie is actually based on, along with acts like The Temptations, Stevie Wonder, James Brown. This is an eclectic collection of all of those guys put together. Now, nobody seems to want to take a chance on the group, believe in them, manage them, prop them up, except for one guy in particular, Jimmy. Jimmy is instantly really likable, he's honorable, and he really believes in them. So much so that he is willing to not only invest his own money in his own time, but go against the wishes of his wife, Eleonora, portrayed here by the beautiful Diahann Carroll, because apparently all the previous groups was on some Ike Turner ass. She like, oh, you just gonna leave me like all the other motherfuckers I done made famous. They got famous and they left Janae. She is not here for it. Now, in the midst of Jimmy not only investing in the group and building up their talent, we also get to know every single member in the group, get to know certain traits about them that really start to show the further these men get into their success. Now, of course, in the beginning, everything is okay because we're grinding, we're coming up in the trenches together and supporting each other, but everybody still has their own separate hurdles. Now, we have Choir Boy here who has, you know, one foot in the club and one foot in the church. He loves singing. He, you know, loves to praise God, but he doesn't want to just be a choir boy. He wants to sing, you know, that good old secular music, but he also wants the support from both of his parents. And we see exactly what happened when he doesn't get that. And we also have Dresser. Dresser's role here is really, really understated, but you see that Dresser sings, he dresses, he's the choreographer, and he loves his girlfriend. Dresser always kind of reminded me of Blue from The Temptations, that even though, you know, you're in the back and you're understated, he was still a moving force in the group. Like, Dresser had a lot of control. Dresser seemed like, you know, he'll knock your ass out. We also have JT. JT is here as that very strong ladies' man of the group. Work it, JT, work it! JT cannot even work it for his brother because he is too busy worrying about himself. All the ass that he could possibly get for himself. I gotta fight every night to prove my love. Hey, What you doing with my woman? Like, we can't even do Shy Brother. JT was very much so jealous of his own brother. It was more than him just being a womanizer or maybe even a sex addict. He definitely was threatened by not only any man who felt like he was pushing up on a female a little bit better than he could, but his very own brother. Duck's ability to create and write those songs contribute so much to the group. All JT felt like he couldn't contribute outside of his voice, which was great. We wouldn't even focus on that. We were too busy worrying about what we had to offer below the belt. I'll do anything to get it. I'll lie, cry, beg, tell her I love her. And if she tells somebody I cry for her, I'll just lie. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I have to cry to get some? Just low. And then we have Duck, the mastermind, the composer, the man with all the money because he was writing all the songs. He is just so devoted and passionate about his music. Every 5 minutes we see him thinking of a lyric. Oh, that'd be great for a song. He is just so great at what he does, despite the disdain coming up off his brother with all that jealousy. Duck is even kind. Like, Duck is such a sweet, nice person. Who would want to fuck over Duck? What could possibly happen to Duck? Duck becomes smitten with another duck by the name of Tanya. But I ain't ready to talk about her yet. And saving the best for last, we get into Eddie Kane Jr. First of all, why didn't nobody tell me all this time, all my days on this earth, that Eddie Kane Jr. was Eddie King Jr.? Did y'all just put that there? Did y'all just make that up? When did his name become Eddie King Jr.? That don't even flow. It don't even sound right. I don't give a damn who has anything to say about it. His name is Eddie Kane. Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane. His name was Eddie Kane. C-A-N-E. Now, outside of Robert Townsend and Leon, the majority of the cast here is completely unknown, and they were all really great here. I really wish outside of this movie that we saw a whole lot more of the actors here, especially Michael Wright portraying Eddie Kane Jr. This role is so befitting to him. Even though Robert Townsend was really pushing hard, if it was within budget for Denzel Washington to play Eddie Kane Jr., never. Bleak Gilliam could have never. And I love Denzel, but this is absolutely written for him. He has this laxed aggressiveness yet smoothness about himself as an actor. You know, baby doll. It's happening, baby. It's happening. It's happening. Like, what? What'd you say? But we can go from, you know, it's happening, baby. It's happening, baby, to, you know, we could be the biggest to fucking do it. We could be the king of Harlem. Like, he has, you know, this whole thing happening. I can't see anybody portraying this character outside of... Speaking of somebody portraying somebody else, he was also trying to get Whitney Houston to portray Baby Doll, who I swear needed way more screen time. The weight that Baby Doll was supposed to have when she comes in, Eddie, I can't do this anymore. Girl, if you don't speak up, so what you're telling me is you and Eddie are laid up whispering to each other like, Eddie, I can't. Girl, what? What you say? Baby Doll was absolutely a baby doll, but I could not see the dynamic, strong-voiced Whitney Houston in that submissive, quiet role. Just like all the rest of the members of the group, Eddie is very much so a product of his environment, and he is very much so already bothered, already troubled, just probably based on his upbringing. And it's crazy that we should know this because his dad only gets like one line of dialogue the entire movie. You ain't gonna be shit, cause I ain't shit. Damn, Dad, all I did was walk down the street. That absolutely tells us everything we need to know about Eddie. He is constantly trying to show improve, be better than his dad, when in fact that sends him down a horrible path. To where when he finally did have the opportunity to be better than his dad, he self-sabotaged. You act like you don't even care for the boy. Girl, he didn't. I just want him to be better than me. Well, then you gotta say something else. You don't have nobody walk down the street and tell them you ain't gonna be shit because I ain't shit. What kind of shit is that? Now, the beginning portion and maybe the middle portion of the movie is probably my favorite. Not only do we have greats on the screen like Diahann Carroll, but I love this movie for the sole purpose of it introducing me to the talented, to the legendary Harold Nicholas. Prior to this film, long ago, I had no clue who, show me your best combination. Just as I thought, that ain't shit. Show him, Dresser. Bam, 2 bits. Ow, fuck it up, twerk something, like sit your ass down. I did not know who he was, so of course I did not know who the Nicholas brothers were. They need a freaking movie. As far as dancing, especially tap dancing, the acrobats, it is just absolutely phenomenal. So to see him here and boom, cat, 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 boom, pow, 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 fuck it up. I absolutely love it. And not even just that, but just in comparison to, the style of music now, when we go back into, those 50s and 60s group and just the fine tuning of talent. I think we love this movie also because it just reminds you of what it used to take to really get put on. Like, they worked so hard, all the rehearsal, the dancing, having to buy, just trying to get a foot in the door to just simply get signed. It's really easy today, but to see them go through that Motown machine of training and dancing, having to actually have talent. Not today, like people barely have freaking breath control to sing a song and dance at the same time today. That's asking for too much. Now, if you blink, you will absolutely miss her. Sabotage the 5 Heartbeats shit is in full effect, not only with Bird and Midnight Falcons, but with the girlfriend Cooke, who brought her bitches along to boo. It is Keenen Ivory, aka the director. Not only the director of good shit, but the director and the writer of Eve's Bayou. Yeah, Cooke. Now, the 5 Heartbeats, aka Eddie Kane Jr., fucking it up, melting off Cooke's goddamn draws with that performance is probably the best and everybody's most favorite memorable scene from the 5 Heartbeats. Not just because, the song is great, not just because, Choir Boy comes out of the shadows, you better hit them notes. Not just because you see the group, banding together through adversity. I love those beginning stages of the movie. You really see that they support each other, whether, it's on stage or, we have Dresser, she's pregnant, I'm thinking about leaving the group, giving some money. It's all about brotherhood and not just about money and about the group. Step outside and I'll whoop both your asses like you stole something. I love it. I absolutely love it. Doug, come on, Doug, do the steps. Do the steps. It's my music, JT. It's not my music. Like, get your fat bam, bam, bam. Oh, like that's everybody ultimate vindicating scene. They go from booing. You would have swore it was the goddamn Apollo. How the crowd was booing, but to flip that from not only booing, but making the girls who were booing the most, who were kind of paid to boo, absolutely melt. Especially Cooke. Is there a heart? Cooke was my motherfucker. Stand up. Boy, let me know that you understand. Cooke was over. Now, even though the guys were fucking it up, the harmonies are superb. We love Red's happy ass in the audience, like, yeah, I'm about to use them and sit your happy ass down. We have the mom standing up like, yes, baby, sing. Outside of all of that, argue with your mama. My favorite performance on that stage is definitely Bird and the Midnight Falcons. I will love you every day, and each and every night I prayed that you would always stay until my dying day. Baby, stop running around with me, baby. Baby, stop running from my heart. Baby, stop running. Baby, stop running. That's my shit. That's my shit. Now, I also really appreciated the movie for shining a light on different adversities that groups had to face at that time. Not only were we dealing with our own trying to sabotage us, but we were also dealing with a lot of lacking opportunities, a lot of racism. Like, we can't even get a fucking record deal and have to go sign with dirty, dingy Big Red when we already knew he was there. I'm like, Jimmy, you couldn't go to nobody else. Jimmy, you already knew Big Red wasn't shit, and we ended up signing with his ass anyway. Opportunities must have been limited. Eleanor, Jimmy, but if you don't get your motherfucking ass away from me. But if we didn't sign with Jimmy, we were gonna have to be backing up shit like Shana na 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 na, ain't got no money, Jack. Or a movie star, Jack. Don't live it. What, Jack? Who the fuck? No. Hell no. We cannot do that. I even love the understated moments where we have things like the band. We have, once they are signed, them go and take the picture for their album cover, and they discuss, crossing over, which is always still, a big deal. Now, how come nobody ever has to fucking cross over to us? This really, really not only affects the group, but affects Eddie in a major way. Those are moments within the group where he feels like, yet again, I'm not good enough, just like I've never been good enough for my dad. And he internalizes this along with so many other things. But the hardship and adversity is real. Not only are we touring and going to these small ass places, staying in these seedy ass hotels, but you say y'all a singing group, why don't y'all sing something? I got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby. They need to put that on a record. I would definitely listen to that on a loop. Not only that one, but the numerous songs that kept coming in the movie as the band was striving for success. If we can't do it right, then let's not do it at all. Break down! Nights like this, I wish, hey, that raindrops would fall. Hey, let it rain on me, yeah. And then we get into the sister. Why y'all didn't put the sister in the group? Because maybe y'all ride to success would have been a little bit quicker, and y'all could have stopped sleeping foot to ass in them small ass twin beds a little sooner, because she fucks it up on We Haven't Finished Yet. There's so much of life ahead. We've got so much to do. Sing the song. No matter how hard we try, we just can't say goodbye. Which it was a good ass time. Like the 5 heartbeats will have you singing into a damn broom. Now, of course, with every group, there has to be some sort of downfall, especially when we have money start rolling in. Every single member goes a separate way. Dresser is still solid. Dresser was my nigga. Like, Dresser was cool as fuck. If I'm going anywhere, I need some shit to move, I'm bringing Dresser. We also have Choir Boy, who is no longer a devoted Christian. He outside fucking on all the bitches. Yeah, I'm the lead singer of the 5 Heartbeats. They call me Rock. Oh yeah? Choir Boy got a girl in the room? Like, yeah, Choir Boy got the hoes. Choir Boy has changed. He found his voice, but he lost his way. And JT is just always the constant womanizer, the constant manipulator, that same old tired ass rap. Baby, can you touch me? Baby, can you hold me? But you see that it is starting to really heavy on him, and now that he is starting to grow, he wants a little bit more, even though he can't seem to control his own penis. We also have Duck, who is so sweet, not sweet enough to recognize a bird when she is staring him in the face. Tanya, the girl who was not checking for you until you came up and you had some money in your pocket, and she literally rolled up on you after a show and found you. Oh, but when we were outside in our tacky ass mismatch ass suit, Duck thought he was fly. Your mama handed me a goddamn Salvation Army box. I'm telling you, I'm writing poetry. I'm trying to be devoted. Girl, I'm outside stalking you. I saw you and him walking in the rain. Duck was smitten as fuck. But Tanya showed her colors from the very beginning. And then lastly, we get into Eddie Kane Jr. Oh Lord, the whole world's an ashtray for Eddie Kane. No, put it down. Eddie dives completely into drugs, courtesy of Monroe, aka Big Red's right-hand man. You can totally see the underhanded workings of Big Red. Nothing is stated here as far as him, getting Eddie on drugs, but you know how the music industry works. Like, oh, he's the lead, let's, treat him this type of way, maybe get him hooked on these substances to maybe manipulate him, capitalize on this whole situation. I can see through your child ass like glass flash. I love the more and more he got into those drugs, the more quiet and subdued that he got, the more whispering we got. Jimmy just think he know, man, but he don't know, man. What the hell you talking about, Eddie? Like, you want my spot, Flash? Huh? Well, you ain't gonna get it, cause you ain't got it. Flash did want his spot though. Flash absolutely wanted his spot. From the very beginning, you could see that Flash was an opportunist. He's willing to, leave a group to level up just to find his very own success. So he did want Eddie's spot. And you could tell that he was a little chummy with Jimmy. Not that Eddie wasn't, deserving to be bumped from his spot, him getting into those drugs. You see that he's late, missing, he's sloppy. He is just a whole hot ass mess. But Flash did want his spot, and he eventually got it, because you can really tell that Eddie is still very much bothered, still carrying around that weight from the way that his father made him feel, and he just self-sabotages. What, just because I have 1, 2, maybe 3 drinks now, what, I'm an alcoholic? Yeah. He even loses baby doll. I can't do this anymore, I'm leaving. You ain't got your woman in check? A freak, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beach, y'all, and you don't stop. Hey, I met this girl when I was 10 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul. She was old school, and I was just a shorty. Never knew throughout my life she would be there for me on the regular. Not a church girl, she was secular. Hey, Eddie, what the hell is he talking about? What is this? You know exactly what this is, Jimmy. I don't need no manager out there trying to replace me. Sir, can you speak into the mic, please? No cap though, Michael Wright's portrayal of a drug addict, he just has that whole emaciated, distant, wavering look about himself. So the acting was performed to a T. And this whole situation here just has a whole train wreck effect on the group and their relationship with Big Reds, whose office hours are from 9 to 5. Like, old dude who was playing Bird, and we also saw him in Meteor Man. I don't really remember seeing him in anything else, but he should have definitely got more acting opportunities, because when they were hanging his ass over that ledge, pull me up. My office hours are from what? 9 to 5. That shit was felt. I swear he was hanging over a real goddamn ledge. Like, give that man some work. But we have this situation trickle down and starts to affect and separate the entire group. Even goddamn Big Red has Jimmy killed just so he wouldn't turn him in these worlds. He's like, really? Just absolutely dirty. I love the whole scene where we have Eleanor, she's up there grieving and calling, and Big Red's big ass has the nerve to stroll through in a gray suit. Eleanor, you shouldn't be alone. If you don't get your motherfucking ass up out of here, rolling up on me and my mans is laying over there, how dare you? Get out, get your motherfucking ass out. Like, how dare you come in here and try to push up on the widow when you murdered the husband? The audacity. My God, you shouldn't be alone. Maybe sometime, on the late Saturday night I can come. Boy, if you don't get your... But we have Big Red completely thrown out of the picture. This doesn't change anything for Eddie Kane Jr., who is not only struggling with his addiction, but falls even deeper into it after the guilt that he felt for getting Jimmy got in the first goddamn place. Leaving Flash to step on in as our brand new lead singer. Every time I try to leave, I always come back to the middle again, back to the middle. There ain't no sense. That whole situation where JT goes to try to show up Flash because he's the new pretty boy, the new ladies man, that is like my favorite scene personally. When JT hits that motherfucking like, oh, he meant all of that shit. Mr. J.T. Matthews, yeah, nigga, get in the back. I'm the only one slanging dick around here. Just in case he's not all that he seems. Like, oh, we ain't hear JT sing that well the whole movie. He dug all the way up. So if you want to call me, just in case. The whole battle, the back and forth, homegirl melting, giving Cookie in that chair like, your man's left, girl, pipe down. But that leads to another absolutely infamous scene with this movie. We have goddamn Eddie Kane rolling up in his Nights Like This attire, still wearing that goddamn conch in 72, hitting him with a dang. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Oh, baby, nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Like, if you would have blew on Eddie, he would have been knocked the fuck over. Like, Eddie is completely a shell of his former self, but this is not the main thing that breaks the group apart. The final straw is the fact that Tanya, you know, the woman that Duck wants to marry, has been secretly sleeping with JT for who knows how long. I love when JT Leah comes through with the extra ass overacting. First, you guys were just dating. That was okay. But you can't do this. That's my brother. You don't love him. I know. I've been with you. Like, what is happening here? You can't marry him. Then you tell me what's going on here, okay? Like, oh God. If you love Duck, you gotta tell him the truth. I can't. Like, hit the bitch in the face. Get this bird up out of here. This is a whole groupie in disguise. I love how Doug just automatically assumed that it was Choir Boy, and Choir Boy went shit like, no, it was your brother. It's been your brother. He had a whole jealousy complex. He had a whole sex addiction. And not only did he have to have all of these women, but he had to have Tanya too. Did he have her before she started trying to push up on Doug, or after? We really don't know. But knowing JT, I feel like it was after, and Tanya didn't put up much of a goddamn fight. That's if she didn't try to push up on JT herself first. After Flash tells us it's lonely at the top, I'm leaving the group. I hope I can get a good deal like Flash did, because today is my last day as a heartbeat. Duck, don't do this here. I love how he just get back on the mic like, you know, fuck you, fuck your mama too. He's been the same selfish son of a bitch since we were kids. You know, Tanya, you ain't shit. I know you want shit when you ain't like my poetry. And it just comes back to the mic. Thank you very much for this award. Now, this circles us back around to present day. Of course, the group has been broken up, haven't spoken to each other in years, especially JT and Doug. But we have good old Choir Boy reach out to Doug for him to come to his church. You would think us getting further and further into the end of the movie, they would slip up, we would be done with songs, they wouldn't hit as hard. But when I tell you Eddie Kane Jr. all sobered up, standing up straight, singing I Feel Like Going On, hits you in the heart every single time. All you gotta hear is oh shit, I feel like going on. Like, the scene is just so great. I love Doug. If you ever been to a church, you know, you've been raised in church, when somebody says take your time, that means you fucking shit up, keep going. The fact that, you know, Doug was able to put stuff behind him because he was just so happy to see his brother sober, upright. That old Eddie Kane Jr. that we remember, because, you know, when we hit that dang nights like this, the voice was gone, baby. But we have found it and sobered up with the help of Choir Boy now for years. I even love Choir Boy. Feel like going on. You better direct the shit out of that choir. I feel like, yes. I feel, make you just want to go to church one good time. But we have everything in with a beautiful bow on top. Not only do things come full circle with Eddie, with him now being the Janae, he is now a manager and he is the voice of reason now, telling him, you know, go see your brother, forgive him. Whatever went down with Tanya is much bigger than, you know, our bond, our brotherhood. You guys are actually family. And then, of course, you know, Duck, can you get over here, Duck? Like, we're going to make sure we hear that little girl say Duck. Whichever one of us has kids first, and instantly everything is just all forgiven. And of course, this is a black movie, so we end where all black movies end, you know, a family gathering, a barbecue, cousin. JT is there and married with 2 kids with their good old sister who stuck by him all this time. She needed more screen time. I need to know when he found you and how long you have been holding on, girl. But everybody is there at the barbecue, alive and cooking, thriving, and we even have JT being upset because, you know, Flash and the White, they don't know what real music is. Heartbeats front and center. And we get my favorite line that I still say now when somebody call me and I don't want to be bothered. Y'all sure y'all want to hang with old Eddie Kane? Like, yes, Eddie, get your ass up there. And we leave with some boom, cat, cat, some people run, pow, pow, A count, drop it low, damn, damn, show them your steps, dresser. We end on a good note. All of our members are there, all very much alive, and they are once again a united front. The 5 heartbeats forever. Put your little formation in. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers activate. We love it. We watch it repeatedly. I'ma watch it again. Well, you guys, that was my review for the 5 heartbeats. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop down and tell me what you love about this movie. Do not leave my comments empty. Do not leave my likes dry. I really had a great time watching and discussing this movie. Thank you guys so much for supporting me the way that you do. Be sure to share this video with your favorite person who loves the 5 heartbeats. You know, help me help you. Like, damn. Oh, y'all be having me sweating. I'll see you guys next time for my next video. Bye.